The first part of our Draymond Green breakdown is going to be his defensive IQ. He is one of the elite defensive players in the NBA in the past 10, 20 years, all time in the NBA. And it starts with his defensive IQ. So on this possession right here, he's playing two. So you can see on the initial switch right here on the ball screen, he's guarding Tatum. They switch. He's on Rob Williams right here. Now watch how he plays two on this drive. He's going to quickly stunt with that left foot. Now watch his left foot again. Right here. His left foot stunts up slightly. His left hand is right there ready. If Tatum tries to split that gap, he also is low enough to get back to Rob Williams right here. And on the pass, you can see his right hand is active to deflect it, which leads to a steal. Now in this next clip, they're going to throw it ahead. It's going to be a pitch back. Draymond knows this is coming, and watch him step up right there. They blitz on that pitch back, high hand contest, and that leads to a steal. This is brilliant defensive IQ right here. So Denver likes to run this up screen right here. Jokic is going to come right here to mid-post touch. Watch Draymond switch off on that up screen right here, and you can see Wiggins bumps Jokic to try to catch it a little higher. Draymond's going to switch onto him. Looney's now going to be the low defender right here. What a switch to know what play is coming, and that creates a jump ball. Now, on this possession, Draymond knows the shot clock is at 3.8. He sees the play happening. He knows the BOB. He jumps it right here on this Cam Johnson curl and can jump right up and block that shot. Now, this is up 7 with 10 seconds left. So you get a stop. Game's over. Watch right here on this DHO. He's going to immediately switch out right there and contest it because he knows you have to shoot it right away with the time going down and being down 7. Next right here on this double down screen right here on this stagger. Watch how Wiggins is going to take right here on this drive. Draymond is now playing two, so he switched off of Chris Paul. So watch this again. He's initially on Chris Paul. Now watch Wiggins take it there. Draymond sees this, so now he's playing DeAndre Ayton. On that pass, he's going to jump second so he can steal the ball right there. And watch how he pre-rotates over right here. So on this drive by Shea, he knows Shea's going to try to drive it right here. So he rotates over to the strong side already and can take away any driving angle and can block that inside hand finish. Next in our Draymond Green breakdown, we have to talk about his active hands on the ball. So he has great hands in anticipation for when the next dribble is coming. So he's great at stabbing at the ball and creating deflections that leads to steals and turnovers. And not every time he gets a deflection with his active hands or contest a pass, that counts as a steal. Even this past season with averaging 1.3 steals per game, that doesn't account for how his active hands leads to a lot of deflections and throws off timing and finishes on passes and disrupts the other team's offense. He's one of the best in the NBA at that. Now let's talk about the next part of his on-ball defense, which is his cross step. So right here when Marcus Smart gets a step on Draymond Green, watch this hip right here, cross step over top right there. Now he's fighting to beat Marcus Smart to that next spot right there because he cross steps. You have to be able to turn your body and sprint with a player to beat them to the next spot. Because if you slide, a player's going to be able to slide by you and get all the way to the rim in a straight line. And Draymond Green is one of the best in the NBA at this cross step and then fighting to get back in front of an offensive player. Let's watch this clip again. Watch right here. And he can do it with either hip really well. So right here, Cam Payne starts to drive through that elbow. Watch his left hip right here, cross step in front. Now he is running next to Cam Payne, and you can see his inside hand right there. He has his right hand, his outside hand there, ready to contest. So once he goes into this floater, he can contest with that right hand, and that's a block. This is one of the best defensive plays you'll see all year individually. He closes out right here. It looks like he gets beat. Watch how he turns his right hip right here. He's going to cross step with his right foot. And then he's going to beat him to the spot, and he has the ability to block that shot. Once again on this closeout, Kelly Oubre is going to drive to his right hand. Watch how Draymond Green's going to cross step with his right foot over top. He's going to beat him to that spot, and those active hands leads to a deflection and a steal. Next in our Draymond Green breakdown, we're going to talk about him as a gap defender. So right now he's guarding Jaylen Brown, but Tatum is starting his drive. He's going to use his inside hand right there to swipe at the ball, times the dribble for a deflection and a steal. Now Draymond is guarding the strong side corner right here. A lot of players are just going to stay connected to that strong side and allow the low defender to help. But Draymond is so good at recovering back out to that corner shooter too. He can sit in that gap 1 second longer to deter Jalen Brunson from continuing his drive. He closes out and times that shot to be second off the ground. He's in his strong side corner gap right here. Watch his left hand and left foot swipe up. He times it perfectly for a steal. His left hand right there, again, it swipes down perfectly on the ball to lead to a deflection. He is so good at timing this pickup dribble right here to either swipe or to recover. So he stays a second longer right here. He attempts to get a swipe on Jimmy Butler. Now watch how he closes out second off the ground to time that shot again. On this wide pin down right here, on the pass, Draymond has a responsibility to be three the ball. So what that means is the on-ball defender, the help defender, the screeners defender, and then the passer defender right here, Draymond, who's going to swipe at the dribble right here with his left hand, which once again creates a deflection. Now he's the nail defender, and you can see he swipes down when Booker turns the corner on this screen. He's right at the nail, and he deflects the ball on that dribble pickup. Next is the strong side help right here. When PG starts his drive, he's going to use his left hand to force that gap pickup. Now he's reading PG's eyes to see where he's going to pass the ball. He times it perfectly to lead to a steal. Now watch this effort from Draymond again. So he's pulled all the way over right here on this ball screen. They switch it with a cutter right here so he can take away the 45 cut pass. Now on this lift up, they're going to pass it. He's going to close out right here. He's going to get a swipe on that drive, which leads to a steal. Draymond Green is one of the best low defenders in the NBA. So right now, he has a responsibility as the lowest defender on the weak side to help over on any drives, or if Luka spins off, which he does in this example right here, he's going to help over and contest the shot at the rim, and he blocks it. Now, what he's also great at is going verticality. So both hands are going to go straight up in the air to contest the shot at the rim. He is second off the ground so he doesn't foul who's driving at the rim. Here's another great example. So Draymond right here is the low defender. He's going to help. He jumps after Davion Mitchell jumps right here for his inside hand finish, times it perfectly for a block shot. Now in this example, he's the low defender. He's helping over, but Draymond maybe is the best arguably ever at playing two. So he's playing the ball handler right here, and he has his offensive player right there. He's playing both. He's able to explode back to his offensive player right here and block that shot right at the rim. You can see he's great at timing block shots as the low help defender when he rotates over, because he's good at counting steps and then jumping second off the ground to block the shot. Now right here, he is the low defender in a ball screen, so he recognizes that DeAndre Ayton is rolling to the rim. He's going to jump second and alter that shot at the rim. You can see, once again, here's another example of Draymond as the low defender here. He's going to jump second. You can see right here the offensive player has already jumped off the ground to finish at the rim. He jumps second, and he times it perfectly to block that shot at the rim. Now, on this one, you have the rotating help defender here. Now watch Draymond time this Euro step perfectly by Cat. Jumps up and blocks it when he tries to finish with his right hand. Another rotation over to help. Now what Draymond is also incredible at as that low defender is when he goes out to contest the three-pointer to be able to play two. So he sprints back over to the corner and times the shot block perfectly. Right now, he is a low defender. He's recognizing there's going to be a slip right here. So he tries to take that away. So now Jokic has to throw it opposite corner right here. He closes out and times that shot perfectly to alter it and block it. Once again, you can see he's pulled all the way over as a low defender to take away any Steven Adams threat for a lob and post touch. And then he can sprint to that corner right there. And once the shot goes up, he blocks it. Just great timing for contesting threes. Here's another one. Watch Draymond again. How he's going to help over as the low defender on this Ja Morant drive. He's right here. He throws it over top. He gets a hand on that and then blocks the shot too. Now, we've seen him go verticality at the rim. We've seen him close out to a shooter and block or alter their shot on the three-point attempt. Now we're going to watch him contest passes and make steal on these passes. Both high hands up for verticality to contest that pass opposite. He's so good at timing passes, and his hands are so active like we see on the off-ball clips that he knows when a passer is going to throw the ball and where they're trying to throw it to. You can see right here as the low defender, he sees Chris Paul make that lob pass over top. So he's sprinting over to intercept that pass or to stop the offensive player for getting a layup at the rim. When breaking down Draymond Green's defense, you have to include him guarding and drop coverage in ball screens. So right here on this step-up screen at the slot, the on-ball defender is going to go over top the screen while Draymond Green is going to be in drop coverage below the NBA three-point line. So his job now is to keep the ball handler in front and to keep the roller in front of him. So he's playing two. Now watch how active he is with his hands right here. His left hand out so he can get any stabs at the ball to throw off the rhythm or timing of the offensive ball handler. We're going to see that in a later clip. But you can see he keeps the ball handler in front of him and then he jumps second off the ground. Now in this one right here, Dwight Howard's going to roll early. So he's going to slip out, not even set the screen because they're icing it. Watch how Draymond keeps both in front, but last second he sees that the offensive player is going to jump to pass the ball, so he jumps second off the ground to get a late contest and to tip that pass. Now right here on this ball screen at the elbow, the roller is going to slip out early. Draymond Green's going to retreat quickly and use his right hand right there to stab at the ball on that pass. And like our earlier clip we saw in his defensive IQ, he can stab the ball and that creates a deflection which leads to a steal. You can see his active hands right there. He's in drop coverage. You can see his left foot is up right there. He's going to drop back, have his hands straight up. You can see his left hand is up. His right hand is out wide to try to deflect the pass. He doesn't get it. He quickly turns. Then he's going to swipe down on that finish to create a steal. He's so good at keeping the ball handler and the roller in front of him. On this one again, watch how they slip out of the screen early. He's dropping back right here. He's trying to keep both in front. He can time when Cameron Payne's going to jump up to pass that with his high hands right there to throw off any vision of the ball handler to see the passer or the rim. Now this is just excellent. He's dropped back on this flip of the angle of the screen. He's going to quickly get all the way up to the level of the screen right here at the NBA three-point line, get a high hand contest and alter that shot. He's dropping back right here. He stabs at the ball with his left hand right there. So watch this again. Off this ball screen, watch his left hand. It's going to quickly stab at the ball to throw off the offensive player's timing and to get a hand on that ball to create a deflection. Now watch his help side rotations in ball screens. So right now his responsibility is to tag the roller. So he tags Al Horford. So then Jaylen Brown's going to throw the hook pass to Grant Williams right here, lifting up. He's going to close out and watch his left hand get a swipe on that ball. You can also see he arrived on the catch there. On this ball screen right here, he's the low defender like we talked about in the previous breakdown. You can see he's now has a responsibility right here to stop the roller, but also to get back out to the strong side corner right there, shooter. Closes out, high hands right there to time the pass. Now he's a low defender again, so he's playing two. He's playing the roller, and he's playing his offense player right there who's lifting up. And watch that little quick stab with his left hand. Watch it again. On the pass right there, quick stab, creates a deflection, which leads to a turnover. Now, another part I love watching is his peel switching or emergency switching or paint switches, whatever you want to call it. Looney comes over to help right here. You see Rob Williams is circling to the dots. Draymond's just going to peel off and take Robert Williams and intercept that pass right there. Once again, you can see it now. He's going to rotate over to take Steph's man, Will Barton, and Steph peels off to Jokic. It's just great defensive rotations right here, and it creates confusion for the offense, especially if you're really good at knowing when to peel off. This is just incredible in this example. On this bump dribble, Draymond takes it. Now Kuminga comes to help right there. Then watch Draymond peel off right there and intercept that pass when he's trying to throw it to Mo Bamba. Peels off on that slip out screen right there. You can just see right away he peels off. He intercepts that pass when they try to hit the roller right there. He is so good and so intelligent. A lot of the stuff you've seen on this breakdown is his intelligent defensive levels is so high, his active hands, and his timing on blocking shots and contesting shots and passes.